project, as you know, has really been a combination of a whole bunch of people coming together. And it all started at the At-Risk Housing Coalition, who identified the need for an SRO. And we have Christina Swanson here today to say a few words about the At-Risk Housing Coalition. Christina, if you would.
Do I go up?
You go right up there. Yeah.
I wish I'd worn my ball gown. Oh, well. The At-Risk Housing Coalition is an interagency task force addressing homelessness in Missoula. ARC has been around for about 12 years. We know from our work with people who are homeless and through our annual homeless survey that homelessness in Missoula comes in all shapes and sizes. People who are homeless in Missoula are both single individuals and families. Some of the people who are homeless in Missoula struggle with mental illness. Some have jobs. Some are disabled. Some of the people who are homeless in Missoula grew up in this community. All people who are homeless anywhere have one thing in common. Each one needs a home. I'm a big fan of The Wizard of Oz, so I can't resist a little analogy. If you're familiar with the story, you know that Dorothy could go back home. Before Dorothy could go back home, she followed her dreams and took a long journey. In the story of the Uptown apartments, ARC started the dreaming and the journey. Some might say we were the tornado. Members of ARC meet monthly to work out ways to provide good services to people who are homeless and to help them find housing. In 2000, ARC took a hard look at how best to move people from homelessness into stable housing, and with the Missoula Housing Authority did a needs assessment. We found that there was a particular need for affordable housing for single individuals. We found the Housing Authority took the initiative to develop the Uptown Motel apartments. I'm pleased and proud that ARC was able to move the idea for this project forward. And on behalf of ARC, I congratulate the Housing Authority for making the Uptown Motel apartments a reality and giving some special Missoula citizens the ability to say, there's no place like home.
Thank you, Christina. The other part who's been working with us all along the way in being able to develop this is the Poverello Center. As you know, they are the premier provider of housing shelter in the state of Montana. So I've asked Joe to say a few words about his impressions about what the needs are in the city.
Good afternoon and welcome. In 2003, the Poverello Center housed 810 males and 185 females in our shelter on 535 Ryman, for a total of 995 of our fellow citizens who needed a roof over their heads and the safety of being inside. Some had need of our shelter for only a few days because they had temporarily lost their housing. Others needed longer because they had lost their job and their housing and had to start over. Many of our clients on any given day are getting up to go to work, like many of us, and are saving their money to get back into an apartment. Sometimes it's a chain of events or unfortunate circumstances that have caused them to be on the street and needing the services of the Poverello Center. No matter the cause, each and every one of them deserve the opportunity to be safe and off the street. The Uptown Motel provides that opportunity. On behalf of the Poverello Center, our board, and our clients, I would like to express my sincere thanks to Peter Hance and the staff and board of the Missoula Housing Authority for providing the opportunity for safe and secure housing for those in need in our community. This project exemplifies the words expressed in the Bible in the Epistle of Paul the Apostle to the Hebrews, chapter 13, verses 1 and 2. Let brotherly love continue. Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels unawares. Thank you very much.
Many of us here have the desire to do what we think is right, providing housing or providing other services. But frankly, if we don't have the funds, if we don't have the support of people in Congress, we can't get anywhere. We're fortunate today that we have representatives from both senators, from our representative, and from the governor, who have letters they'd like to read to us regarding the Uptown. So if I call on Melanie Brock from Senator Baucus's office.
It's a great honor to be here with you today to represent Senator Baucus because you could not attend, but he did write this letter. And it says, "Dear friends, thank you so much for inviting me to today's open house. I wish I could be with you in Missoula as you celebrate the opening of the new Uptown apartments. I would like to take this opportunity to commend the Missoula Housing Authority on another job well done. These 14 apartments will provide safe housing in a great location for income-qualified residents. I think it's marvelous that this project also features hand-painted art. It seems quite fitting that Missoulians would think of this special touch. My special thanks to Peter Hans, the Housing Authority staff and board members, and the many volunteers involved with this project. Thank you all for your commitment and dedication to making Missoula a better place to live. Congratulations again. All the best, Max."
Also present is Larry Anderson from Senator Burns' office. Larry has been a good friend of ours in helping us with many projects. The senator's been a good supporter. So Larry, I believe you have a letter also you'd like to read. Absolutely. Fancy podium that we have.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here. Dear friends, I regret that Senate business prevents me from attending the grand opening of the newly renovated Uptown apartments. I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate you and your partner agencies in adding these units to the Missoula housing stock to serve the needs of homeless singles. I continue to be impressed by the Missoula Housing Authority's ability to stretch limited dollars to create housing opportunities for needy families and individuals in the Missoula community. Having a permanent residence is a critical step and a critical first step in making an individual feel that he or she is a part of the community. And this project will provide that critical first step for 14 eligible individuals in Missoula. The use of decorative tiles designed by community members over the years to create an innovative art project for this facility will provide a centerpiece for residents and visitors to enjoy. This added touch will provide a welcoming atmosphere for folks that have been searching for a home. You are to be commended for your efforts in providing the housing needs of many of the less fortunate members of the Missoula community. Congratulations on a job well done. Sincerely, Senator Conrad Burns.
Neither Senator, Representative Reberg nor the governor could be here today, but they did send letters, and our Vice Chairman of the Board of the Missoula Housing Authority, Sandy Mitchell, will be reading those.
As Peter said, I'm Sandy Mitchell, Vice Chair for the Missoula Housing Authority, and I'm honored to read these letters, first from Denny Reberg, Montana Congressman. It's a privilege to offer my congratulations at the open house of the Uptown Apartments. I am pleased with Missoula Housing Authority's dedicated efforts to develop affordable housing in Missoula. It is certainly needed. Homeless and low-income individuals face many challenges, and developments like this offer hope, shelter, opportunity, safety, self-sufficiency, and a sense of community. Thank you for your innovation, attention to energy efficiency, and your consciousness of a critical need in this community. Renovating the former Uptown for the project was a wise decision. Besides the economics of using the Uptown Motel, the site is ideal. Those who live in these apartments will have easy access to places they need to go. I wish you all the very best as you consider to work for those in need. For when all is said and done, there is really nothing more important than helping others. Sincerely, Denny Reberg. And then I have a letter also. Pass those applause on to them. This is from Governor Brian Schweitzer. The need for safe and affordable permanent housing is ever increasing in our state and nation. And it is wonderful to know that Missoula has met that challenge with the Uptown Apartments. I applaud everyone connected with this project and look forward to seeing the Uptown Apartments and the public art incorporated on the exterior during one of my visits to Missoula very soon. All of you here today and involved with this project truly are what makes Montana the greatest state in the nation. Congratulations.
Today is really a day of acknowledgement, and there are lots of people to acknowledge and thanks. To those who saw the need and promoted it so strongly, we thank all the member agencies, many of whom I see here today, for joining and helping us do this. To those who understood the need and backed it with their funds, we thank the Montana Home Program. I thought I saw Julie Flynn here somewhere. There's Julie Flynn. The Montana Home Program provided $500,000 for the renovation of this building. I thank my bosses, the Board of Commissioners of the Missoula Housing Authority. They also provided just under $600,000 for the renovation of this building. That's only half the battle. The most difficult part for many of us is finding money to operate the facility on a long term. And that's when the Department of Housing and Urban Development stepped in. And Tom Friesen and Faith Belanger are here from Department of Housing and Urban Development. They provided us $577,000, which will keep this facility up and running for at least 10 years. So now we know we have. I want to thank those who made it happen. Garden City Builders did a fabulous job in renovating this building. They opened walls and found things that we didn't expect, and they just fixed them. Great plans by MacArthur Means and Wells. I don't see Don here, I'm sorry to say. But he did a fabulous job in doing it. And those who stewarded it through the process. On staff, Lori Davidson, Andrea Davis, I could go through the whole staff, they're all great. But there really are three other groups that need to be acknowledged. This has been called housing for the homeless. Well, that's not quite accurate. Because as soon as someone moves in here, they no longer are homeless. They are formally homeless. What they become are renters. They become citizens like all of us. They now are residents of Missoula, just like anyone else who's moved here from a different place. We also need to acknowledge the fact that while there are 14 units here, there are about 1,900 homeless families in Montana tonight looking for a place to stay. This is a good start. And yes, we're doing more. Those who walk inside this unit will see some of the other projects we're starting. The Veterans Housing for Homeless has been started on Mullen Road. We're building more housing, public housing. We're using resources to join with groups like the YWCA for survivors of domestic violence. But the need is much greater. We need to do more. And as people in my office know, one of our best expressions is, you did a great job, but we can do better. The last group I want to acknowledge, and I got to depart a little bit from what I was going to say. The article that Ginny Marion so wonderfully wrote in the paper, I guess it was on Wednesday morning, really framed what happened here. Thursday morning, a woman came to our office with 2 fleece blankets, and she said, give this to a person moving into the homeland, into the Uptown. Everyone deserves a home warming present. Everyone should have a housewarming. And I thought that was just so tender. I was going to acknowledge her. She didn't want any credit. She wouldn't give her name. I arrived here at 2:30 this afternoon. The unit down there at the end, which is locked, I can't show it to you, has blankets, has kitchen utensils, has appliances, has other things. People have just come anonymously and dropped them off. This shows generosity in this community, and let no one doubt it for a minute that those 5, 6, 12 people who drop things off represent the hundreds and thousands of Missoulians who understand the need for affordable housing, who understand the battles we're going through to make sure affordable housing is here. I see Mayor Cadis here, and I thank him for coming, and I really want to salute his efforts in making sure that we have housing in this community. He's been a fabulous advocate for us all. And he and the rest of the people here who have donated, I mean, I was standing in this unit and a guy came up with a bag of towels. He said, these are extra towels I have. I've just washed them. They're in great shape. Can you use them? This This is the spirit of this city. So to all of you who made this happen, to all of you who are waiting for an opportunity to have housing like this, to all of those anonymous gift bearers, and frankly to our newest brothers and sister residents of Missoula, I say to you, may you wake tomorrow to a dawn of promise and a day of purpose. And with that, we'll stretch ribbon across and cut the ribbon officially, and we're just 2 minutes away from unveiling the tiles. So Amos, you want to do it? Hillary, do we have the scissors? Yes. Obviously, I only pretend to run the housing authority. If you and Amos, come on up here. Amos is our first resident and Sandy is our vice chair. Creation of these 7 planters with tiles on them really came about because one person in our office, we had debated how we're going to take what I thought were fairly ugly planters and make them more beautiful. And we looked at hiring a mosaic artist to come and do it. A series of tiles on, a series of displays here. Well, Andrea Davis, the relentless Andrea Davis of our office, began making phone calls, and in talking to Tom Benson, discovered that there are a whole series of tiles that may be able to be used. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Dre to talk more about what happened and then unveil the tiles.
Well, thanks. I'm really happy to be here today, and I'm glad everybody's out here bearing the cold with us. Thank you. As you've heard, it's a long time coming, this project. And when the tree planters were installed, just as Peter said, we said, hey, these would be a really good idea for some public art. So, as art is, really important to all of our lives, it enriches us, it adds to our urban fabric, and it brings vibrant color and light to a place like the Uptown, and really important for a city like Missoula. So we began brainstorming on what type of art that we would like to incorporate on these tree planters. And that's when we learned about the first night tiles. Rumor had it that there are these beautiful hand-painted tiles, painted by community members, but that they were kind of hidden away in some boxes, just waiting to be installed. So I called Tom Benson and spoke with Mike Kurtz, and we kind of got together and we decided that this project could be a go. And lo and behold, there were nearly 500 tiles sitting quietly in some boxes. They were created as part of the first night festivities here in Missoula from 1999 through 2002. And it wasn't from a lack of effort, but more of a difficult place in Missoula to find a great place like this for the installation of these tiles. Some were on the North Side Bridge. I'm sure you've probably seen them on the pedestrian bridge. But these tiles depict what Missoula really means to so many people. Mike Kurtz and his creative wisdom rationalized simple panels the tiles could be grouted to and then bolted to these cement planters. Don't worry, it'll be easy, he said, even though I found out today he hasn't slept for 4 days. Well, his hard work and the efforts of the Missoula Cultural Council, the Missoula community, First Night, and the Missoula Housing Authority paid off. And so, without further ado, please unveil the tiles.
Thank you very much for coming. My shortest speech ever. We're done.
the guilty sharks, or